Don't judge a book from the cover. In a bustling city filled with noise, concrete, and ambition, there was a small, almost hidden warung near the back gate of a university, a modest food stall that stood quietly beside an abandoned kiosk. It wasn't fancy, just a just a tarp roof, plastic chairs, and a wooden table. But what it lacked in appearance, it made up for in heart. This warung was run by a middle-aged woman named Burini and her teenage son, Erfan. Their lives were far from easy. They didn't have much, not wealth, not education, not privilege. What they had was each other and an unbreakable bond for by years of hardship and survival. The latter, a struggling university student, stumbled upon the war one day during his second semester. Hungry and low on money, he was thrown in by the scent of freshly fried tempeh. That first meal wasn't just about filling an empty stomach, it marked the beginning of unexpected friendship and an even more powerful life lesson. Burini welcomed everyone like family, calling them Na, serving with a genuine smile. And remembering how each customer liked their tea, his son Erfan was quiet but polite, always wearing the same faded red hoodie and helping his mother with everything cooking, cleaning, even transporting her at night to massage traffic job. One rainy afternoon with no customers around, Barini opened up about her past. She came from Madura Island and was married off at age 11 to a man 4 times her age. She didn't understand love, only survival. Over the years, she entered 12 marriages, each one ending in pain, abuse, betrayal, abandonment. But in her 12th marriage, she found her greatest treasure, Erfan, her son. Erfan dropped out of school to help his mother run the warung. He worked from dawn until night, driving her to clients and serving customers without rest. Yet, despite their kindness, people judged them. Students whispered cruel things, mocked their clothes, their accent, and their humble warung. One even said, "Don't eat there, you'll get food poisoning, smells like poverty." But Burini never fought back. She just smiled and said, "People will always judge. That's their job. Our job is to keep living." As the nature became closer to them, he saw the weight Erfan carried, the sleepless nights, the broken motorbike, the way he stared at an old English book between customers, trying to catch up on the education he gave up. When asked why, Erfan simply said, "I'm tired of being looked down on." Their warung wasn't just a place to eat, it became a place of warmth for students who couldn't afford overpriced cafes. And one day, when campus construction brought in new, flashier food stalls, the customer began dwindle. dwindle. Evan quietly told his mom, "We might need to close." Tanuta couldn't let that happen. He and his friends created a Warung Appreciation Day, using social media and word of mouth to bring attention to the stall. The response was overwhelming. Dozens of students came, and for the first time in weeks, the warung was full again. That day, Erfan smiled more than ever. But their challenges didn't end there. As the semester passed, the native grew busier with his thesis, internships, and side jobs. Yet, the, yet he always made time to stop by the warung. One evening he asked Evan if he ever thought about the future. Evan said, Every night I want to build a better warung, a permanent place, maybe even Wi-Fi. Then he hesitated, and maybe go back to school. Donato was surprised, but deeply moved. He offered to help everyone apply for a business scholarship, and together they began the long, complicated process. Forms, letters, documents, everything had to be done from scratch. But they worked on it side by side between meals and afternoon and after closing time. When the acceptance message finally came, Irfan cried. I really did it, he said. Eyes red with disbelief. His mother standing in the back with wept with pride. It was the beginning of new chapter not just for Evan but for the family that everyone once overlooked. Now Ervan balances his college classes with managing the warung. He created new menu, started an Instagram page, and began learning how to run a real business. He no longer hides behind the curtain. He stands proudly in front of the stall, greeting customers with confidence. His mother has fewer clients now, finally beginning to rest after years of struggle. And the latter he still visits, sometimes with her girlfriend Rena, sometimes alone, but every time he remembers the lesson he learned from a simple plate of rice and tempeh. Don't judge people by their appearance, because behind every small warung is a story, behind every tired smile is strength, and behind every dirty stall is a dream. That's all. Thank you everyone for listening.